Here we are for round 2, playing against Kukakira. Either him or someone else. I'm pretty sure he plays White-Red Heroic every time, and he might have won a couple events in the past, or at least top 4'd a couple times. So Heroic, again, not the best game 1, but we do have some good sideboard action. This hand's not that great, but I figure Anticipate at least draws us into some gas, and we got perfect mana, so let's do it. Hopeful Eidolon turn 1. Okay, this is not going to be good. So we get to at least play our tap land turn 1. He attaches Nyxborn Rollicker, 2/2 lifelink attacking on turn 2. I've never seen that combo before. Jeez, that's pretty good. Alright, well, we get to hold 2 mana open, try to scare him. He just Titan Strengths, which is big game. We get to Anticipate and hit. I guess Nullify. Can play the Wilds. Why did I not play the Wilds there? I guess it's because I'm going to play this Nimbus Knight, and I figure Heroic doesn't have very many ways to kill my guy. But if he attacks, he has Titan Strength. That's like pretty certain. Mortal's Ardor, I mean, same thing. Just a pump spell that will kill our guy. And a Wingsteed Rider, so we didn't even get to like use the Nullify that we took. Yeah, so it would have been better to just play the tap land and nullified the Wingsteed Rider. If he would have played it, maybe he would not have played it. But now we're at a spot where if I Griptide, do I go for end a turn? I guess I go for the end of turn Griptide. This isn't even good. I can't negate it. I mean, I saved a point of damage by waiting till the end of turn. But what am I doing? Anticipate. Yeah, there's nothing I can even hit. Yeah, I don't know what I still don't know why I'm playing. Because I'm pretty just dead. Yeah, we fade into a bunch of lands and I'm just dead. So yeah, game 1 against aggro decks. Probably like worst thing imaginable. So I'm always on the play on the sideboarded game to start, which is great. Alright, could use a land here, but hand looks great. I'm not going to play Sidisi's Faithful. Sidisi's Faithful is actually fantastic against Heroic because it resets the creature. So we're going to hope to nullify something here. Get him. Draw the Evolving Wilds, which is almost perfect draw. Would have liked untap land to play Coral Barrier straight up, but fuels our Treasure Cruise, which is nice. So we get to run out the Coral Barrier. We don't get to leave the gate open, but he is flooded or something weird. He is not playing any creatures, so we are beating down. Alright, Griptide, 4th land. We're in a sick spot. He's playing 1/1s for 1. Dragon Mantle it. Now, I figure he might have a protection spell, but I still Griptide because I just want to get the protection spell out of his hand, and he does. I'm fine with that. And it lets him draw a card, but I can Faithful here, and then if he has another protection spell, I can at least negate it. I don't really need to bounce this guy, but I just want to keep it from getting out of control. I don't want him to attack me once, basically. And look what he gets the Gods Willing, so it's actually not bad. And I get to keep my beat streak alive. Okay, so he's drawing creatures apparently now, which is interesting. So here I pretty much think he's got to be run out of protection spells by now, and he has. So I'm already up 3 cards on him. So I just keep getting him to replay this stupid thing. And I've basically got to the point where I can Treasure Cruise for the least amount of mana possible. The fact that he's blocking here is kind of crazy. I don't know why he would block there. I guess he thinks his card is just useless. Not going to Treasure Cruise quite yet. I actually think I'm well ahead on racing him here. If I can lay this down, then cruise next turn, I'm going to beat for 6. He gets me for 5, but I'm pretty sure I get to start the beats. And Weave Fate is kind of a great draw here. Again, would have been awesome as Divination just to save a mana. But it basically allowed me to do the Ancestral Recall ability and then play my 6th land, which is pretty great. So we're racing. He holds this guy back, which is interesting to me. Lets me think he has something like a protection spell. He does, so I bounce it, then I negate that, and then he concedes. So pretty nice way to end the game there. Again, Whirlwind Adept, I think, just showing its ability to deal more damage and come down much sooner than the Benthic Giant. Here, his hand looks pretty perfect. Even drawing that 3rd land was actually really important too. So, Sidisi's Faithful, yeah, I'm going to keep it as a blocker. I know he can Titan Strength me right now, but it absorbs a lot of damage. And, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, you got me, dude. So here, another Griptide could be good. We've got Nullify, which I could play right now, but I think I decide to Voyage's End instead. He still gets the 1/1, which is a little annoying, but I at least deny him the Dragon Mantle and the card draw. Treasure Cruise is interesting in this spot. I'm not going to be able to cast it for a while, but I do have a turn, things to do on turn 2, or like next turn and then the turn after that. So I think I keep it on top. So I get beat for 2 here, and he does have a tap land and white mana, which is kind of annoying. So I can at least nullify something. And I know he has the Crusader. So I let that go, mainly because I want to anticipate for the 4th land, which I think is pretty important, which I hit. Can't miss. And I hit the 5th land. That's pretty sick. So I figure with only 2 cards in hand, I better just go for the Griptide now and just stop him from drawing. If he has the God's Willing, great, but he also showed me Center Soul and the other one, Feat of Resistance, so when he had 1 mana, I thought it was relevant to just, again, now I'm up 5 cards on him, and it's only turn 5, and somehow I'm up 5 cards on him, so he must have mulliganed. Yeah, he mulliganed to 5. So here, I think we just run the Adept out. You know, we can block, but if he swings with everything, I'm pretty certain he has Titan Strength. So I don't want my guy to die, so I'll just take it. He does. Excuse me. Okay. So if I was him, I actually would have Titan Strength on upkeep. It would have controlled your draw step, and I'm not blocking anyway. And it would have just gotten an extra 1/1. Unless if he plans on chump blocking this turn. But I can't attack anyway, so yeah, I could have Griptided there, but he had 2 mana open, so I did not want to. The proactive God's Willing is a bit interesting, especially during his beginning of combat. If you had it in hand, again, the good play is to do it on upkeep. So it makes me think he drew it for turn, which makes me think he doesn't have another one, which makes me think Griptiding his guy is going to be good for me. And it's a little rough play to do because I would like to hold open Negate Nullify. And even maybe just negating this would have been a better play and holding open the Nullify, but I think I go for the Griptide. Yeah, this might not be the best play. But that works, and he's got 4 guys, so now I'm at the point where I can't play around Titan Strength because I'm just dead. So I'll block one. He plays another 1/1. Okay, Jeskai Sage. Finally, just what I needed. So Omen Speaker may be a little bit better right here because it at least doesn't deal with these things. But because he runs this out before combat, which I don't know why, I get to nullify, making my guy a 2/2, which is sick. So now he really can't attack. And if he can, again, I go block, block, I'm dead to Titan Strength. I'm dead to Lightning Strike too. So I thought I was dead to Lightning Strike, but he's just not sure if those are the best attacks. Wow, Radiant Fountain saved the day. In this spot here, yeah, I think I just play the Rise. What did I didn't scry it. Griptide, I'm pretty sure that can go to top. Here I have 3 blockers, just 3 attackers. He doesn't play like heel cutters and stuff. Dragon Mantle's fine, I can still block that pretty easily, and he doesn't even attack, so here I can just run the full-on Griptide, and even if you have a protection spell, I can negate it, which is exactly what happens. After that resolves, I bash him for, look at this, all of it. So the reason why I can hit him for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, put him to 5 is because I know he just has Hope for Eidolon on top, which he can't bestow. And he can put me to 3, but then he's dead on board if he does that, so this game's just over. He jump blocks, plays that thing, hits me for 1. I beat down only for 6 because I just want to play it safe since I have lethal no matter what I do next turn. And that is game. So I win the second game. At least I think that was the second game. That might have been the third game. Yeah, this is the game that I just played. That is my memory, folks. They go by so quickly, I don't even know. But yeah, okay, so that's round 2. Don't need to beat them twice in game 3 here. Alright, so stay tuned for round 3.